dead, dude. Didn't kill because NPC.
Clap, dude.
Love you. What? Bro, the NPC, dude. Oh my goodness.
Clap.
Are you serious, man?
Clap. Clap. 1v3.
It's like a patrol.
Clap. 1v3.
That's so.
Clap. 1v3. I'm done. Don't say anything to me. Clap, bro. It's over. This feels too broken. Clap, bro. Both down. So you can't do anything, dude. Yep, run. Bro, they don't.
Watch your right side, far right side.
Correct.
His shield's gone.
Heels on the ground, heels on the ground over behind this dam.
Tagged it.
Mike and Dio's left, heels.
Got heals on you.
Yep.
I also downed the guy that. Oh, we here. American Sniper.
I got them all on me.
We'll fall back.
Yeah, we're down, dude. They're easy, bro. Oh my god, bro. You won't never be me, bro.
There's one coming towards B from down the
You will
road.
never be me. Look at them copying. Look at them.
Oh, I hit him for
They're trying to copy, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna beam somebody. Bro, one shot. What is poppin' squad? It is your boy Jesimein. Welcome to my first official The Division 2 build video. Now, for the people who do know me, you guys know in Division 1, I love skill builds. I love trying to break the skill build technique, you know what I'm saying? So I found a way to make skills amazing in this game, being that they are so powerful, and if you use them in a smart way, you can take over a battle. So I obviously, as the title states, I'm focusing more towards the shield on this one. But the thing about this build is this is as universal of a skill build as you can get due to the fact of how it's created. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, I'm going to tell you there's only two weapons that are probably, or two types of weapon that you want to focus. One, get your main weapon to have the talent recharge. While equipped, skills deployed at full armor have 25% duration charges and ammo, which is an amazing buff for skills, being how they work and being that you just have to have your gun on. So if you can get this on your favorite gun, it's going to work wonders for you when you're at full armor. Pop those skills and you're basically going to have a given buff off rip, no questions asked. The way I modded it is I just have a 9mm mag on my SMG and a crit chance on it, just for the people who want to know how I modded my SMG. Secondaries preference, I opt for a sniper rifle because I'm running a shield build. If they're staying back and I want to exchange, I rather exchange with hard hits rather than try to piece at them with the AR. So I went for the SR1. It doesn't really matter. I didn't really spec too hard into. I just wanted to have a sniper to be able to compete if they're camping back. But if they do end up pushing, that's where the build shines, which is going to be going towards your pistol. Now, there's different variants. So before I explain how all these work, I'm going to just say your preference and your situation are going to change whether these work, being if you're in normalization or if you're in occupy. If you're in normalization, I will go with either the Liberty or maybe an X45, being that they do the most damage in the long run. I would say Liberty is my favorite right now, only because if you use it situational wise, you're going to do crazy amounts of damage. As you can see, look at the talent. Liberty, gain 100% damage to hostile electronics while aiming. Enemy weak points are hostile and electronics are highlighted, which means if you see somebody's skill, you can take out their skill so fast. As you can see, the base damage is like 52,000. So you're basically almost one-shotting any skill that they put down. Blind Justice, after destroying an enemy's weak point or hostile electronics. So if you kill an agent's turret or their drone, which are extremely squishy, or you break a weak point on an enemy, your next bullet deals 500% weapon damage. This is not a joke. 500% weapon damage. If that shot kills an enemy, your magazine is refilled and grants 100% weapon damage for the entire magazine. And then Independence, while holster, destroying enemy weak points refills 20% of your current weapons and magazine. So obviously this is a situational thing. If you're in conflict or you're in some kind of PvP situation and you see somebody put down a skill, you're the person to take that skill out, save that shot, one-shot them. And obviously you guys saw in the little gameplay where that happened. So if you don't have this yet, don't fret, you're gonna be fine. X45 tactical or X45 or officer's M9 all work. Any pistol works. Try to get the ones with bigger mag because you're gonna be able to put out more damage, even though they hit a little bit weaker. Having more mags is more than enough to kill somebody. So you want to make sure that you're just spamming bullets as much as possible and staying alive. And if you are, let's say you just can't get the Liberty right now for some reason, but you are level 30, and you are a survivalist, you can get a free survivalist D50 that normalizes anyways, and this pops hard off in normalization. It's level 30, so you cannot use it in Occupied Dark Zone, which is okay because most people aren't in the Occupied Dark Zone anyways. So you want to be able to have at least something that hits hard. So if you put this on, and as you can see, like if I were to go to toggle normalized stats and I go here, you can see that the D50 does 31.4k. So obviously, look, it's even in normalization, it's stronger than the Liberty technically. The only difference, oh no, it's just a little bit. So you can see how similar they are. And this is an exotic 440. So in normalized, which is most PvP situations, you're going to be able to use your survivalist pistol, or your if you're a sharpshooter, you can use your 9.3R pistol, which would probably be super good too. So that's that. So now getting into the build, obviously, like I said, I chose the survivalist only because of the skill tree that I'll explain in a moment. But I went for the brand set Providence Defense, and I'm not going to go like all the way through this because there's a stat page, but I have Providence Defense. As you see, I have 3 of them right here. And then I also have Alp Summit, and you can see right here. So we'll go through the skills. Now, for me, I re-rolled and have skill duration on all of it. So you see I have skill duration right here. I have skill duration right here. I have skill duration right here. So I opted into 60% raw skill duration off rip plus the 25% that's coming from my MPX. This is why I said it works with most skills, because the Hive, the drone, which you can't use right now technically, the chem launcher, the turrets, everything that you can put down on the floor has a duration, and this goes into it, which makes, if they're on the field longer, they're more effective, especially Secret Mines. You really notice it with Secret Mines because they stay alive forever. It's insane. And also the second set I opted for is going to be the Alp Summit, which gives me cooldown reduction and skill power. The reason I chose skill power, now a lot of people are saying, well, why didn't you go with the set that gives you shield skill power? The reason is because I want to be able to switch my skills and not lock myself into one. I'd rather have skill power because when this build is upgraded, being that I made this build to be upgraded, right? When you're World Tier 5, you want to get the same sets, the same rolls. It's just going to be higher stats, which is going to give you more than enough skill power to be able to unlock a lot of the talents. So a lot of these super cool buffs, so like I'll show you right now, if I were to go on this and people are like, why can't I get these? You can see, like, in order to get 16% damage, I'm going to need 6,400 skill power, and you can't just get that running the raw things that are not giving you the skill power. So I wanted to make sure that I have enough skill power in my mindset to be able, when I'm in World Tier 5, to unlock these powerful talents, which pretty much change the entire flow of a build by themselves. Like you can just see, like right here, like I have a 2% ammo. This goes up to 6 when I'm getting enough skill power. So for the people who are like, why don't I have these superpower? Like if you're getting high end drops and you're like, man, how come I'm not being able to activate these? You can't activate these right now in no way, shape, or form. But if you are running this build upgraded when World Tier 5 comes out, you will see these things unlock, and you're going to be able to hop on these instantly. So just putting that out there. So getting into the stats of my survivalist real quick, just for another thing, I'm going to go right here to specialization. I'm going to go to survivalist, and the way I spec is I'm going to go incendiary grenade, triage specialist maxed, elite defense max for protection elites. This is for support, obviously for triage. This is going to give you already shotgun damage for whenever I do use a shotgun, because I had nothing else to spec into. 15% increased assault rifle damage. The Deagle, 10% increased sidearm damage. Survivalist uniform, the group 10, the people get 10% more damage when their status effect. The 5 ammo while I'm moving cover to cover. Reduce critical hit chance in conflict, and 10% skill cooldown reduction when I'm in cover, which opts into my build itself. So going into the stats page, which a lot of you guys probably want to see. So you can see right here, I have self-adjusting for 20% armor regen. I don't have safeguard activated. I have capacitive 3 times in a row, 20, 20, 20. I have empowered for 10% skill power on top of that. I have extra on my magazine. I'm on my MPX with recharged. Stable and cannon on my sniper rifle. The Liberty talents on my exotic pistol. Explosive bolts, obviously, with my survivalist. You can see my crit chances at 19.5%. Critical hit damage at 39%. 69% headshot damage. Going down to the other important things. So all this isn't important, obviously, because this isn't a DPS build. So these numbers aren't going to be high on offense. Defense, I'm at 140 armor. Max health 30,000. Health regen at 15,000. And my skill power, you can see right here how high everything is. So my skill power is at 5253, so 5,253. And you can see I have 35% skill cooldown reduction already. And I have drone skill power, chem, pulse, hive, firefight, secret mine, shield, turret, all high. So obviously I can just switch off, and I'm literally like 1,000 off from being able to get some of these buffs. So it's really, really close. Maybe I can squeeze it if I optimize a little bit, but you can just see why so many skills are blessed when it comes to this build. And dark zone perks don't really matter about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. For people who want to know like why it's so good, the reason this build is so good is, one, because when you fuse chem launcher with shield, you can do some crazy things. Like I remember when I was playing with the homies yesterday, we did a little test, and as you can see, like you're gonna be able to strafe and heal through your shield no matter what, which is something that's super, super strong, which brought up the question of how powerful is this build, and is this something that can maybe be tuned a little bit. Honestly, as much as I love the build, I do feel it is super, super strong, but I feel that could be changed with a few fixes. Maybe being that the EMP pulse should be able to knock down your shield, or maybe that the reflector itself doesn't necessarily aimbot to other players. And I don't know, man, there's a lot of fixes that can come with running this build, because the deflector is extremely strong. And as you saw in the gameplay, it's situations where you can do 1v3s with no sweat if you're able to line your shots with your pistol, due to the fact that the shield is so strong with heal. So for example, let me go out here real quick. Maybe I'll just go to the left, say what's up to Late, just join up real quick. What makes the shield build so strong, period, it's being that the pistols are actually super viable now, and they're actually a threat, and they can actually kill. With that, being able to stay alive as long as you want, and have a cooldown that's almost instantaneous when you heal. So what the strat is, you want to just keep dropping these in the middle of a fight, and you want to shoot all you can. You can see I have my duration thing still up, which is interesting. You keep popping this, and like let's say your shield's about to get low, you can afford to drop it and then pull it back up. So that's really good in the middle of a fight. So what you want to do if you're in a gunfight, literally, like if you find yourself getting low health, you just drop the chem launcher. You can afford to drop it in the middle of a fight, keep strafing left and right, and you can make your pushes from then on and line your pistol shot. So after you keep doing that, you can see the shield has a 1 second cooldown when you prematurely drop it. If you let it break is when you get yourself in a situation where you're like, damn, this is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna die because I don't have anything to combat it with. The build's not made to fight without the shield necessarily, unless you're rocking other skills, and that's when you're tailored into it. But for me, running the Captain America shield is definitely the strongest thing I've seen right now. I haven't seen many builds compete with it. We did a lot of testing in the Occupied, and it's still just as crazy, if not more crazy, because of the Liberty pistol. If you can end up getting your hands on the Liberty pistol by doing the challenges in Occupied Dark Zone, you're going to do craziness. Like I was doing 200,000 plus to the head with the buff, so you're gonna be able to do crazy things with this build. So if you guys have any questions, man, this is my first official build video. For people like devs, if you end up watching this, if you want to take my suggestions, don't nerf it to the ground. For whatever you do, please, for the love of God, if you feel this is overtuned in any way, devs, do not nerf it to the ground, but please take a look at it. Maybe change how reflector aimbots a little bit, which is pretty much this. The reflector itself, or deflector, the deflector aimbot, and the deflector being that it doesn't get countered by the pulse that EMPs, the jammer, which is the only issue. Other than that, I feel like he'll have a hard counter and everybody and their mama won't be running it. But it is extremely powerful right now in this moment. So GG, anybody who didn't want this spread, but you know, it's better that we talk about this now before it just becomes a plague and it hits the developers at a time where they can't address it. So yeah, so if you guys have any questions about the build and build making itself, if you are interested in how I modded it, here it is right here. I'll just show you, like, going through my mods. I know a lot of people are curious. I have a utility system electronics, bonus armor, armor on kill, armor regeneration, health, armor regeneration, extra incoming healing, bonus armor, armor on kill, and armor per second regeneration. On that, I have another protocol repository mod with skill power, explosive damage, increased kill XP. On here, weapon damage, pistol damage, assault rifle, critical hit chance. I just put that because I had no other assault. Another weapon damage one, just to give my pistol a little buff, and critical range on here. So you can just see I did spec fully into pistol. As you can see on my attributes, I don't even think it showed on the stat page. I also have pistol damage on my glove right here. So you can see that with all the things, cooldown reduction, crit chance, skill power. You can see cooldown reduction, skill power. Everything is rolled towards skill power, headshot damage. Skill power, cooldown reduction. So it's not like you can just put this on with any build. You have to have a high skill power, low cooldown reduction to have the full effect of it come together. So I've been rambling. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just excited to share my first build video with you guys. If you guys have any questions about the build, spam them in the comments and let me know if you feel this is super strong by watching the gameplay. I'm curious to know if this is more on the cheese side, or if this is just really, really good thinking and really, really good utilization of complementing skills with each other, because high duration and low cooldowns means combination of a lot of heals with a shield that gets healed. You know what I'm saying? And you're also able to, another little fun fact, what's cool with the shield is if I were to throw an incendiary grenade and I was in it, let's say I was standing in it, I'm still going to be able to aim down sight and shoot you in the middle of the fire, which is super, super good. Like, especially for pushes. Like, let's say I want to push on lit, I can throw it on him, rush on him, and just keep my push while he has to hit fire because he's on fire. So just a little fun fact showing you guys some little tech you could do with the build itself. So I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the Captain America's technically universal skill build. So it's been real. I love y'all so much. Your boy is out.